Welcome to the Asylum podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jay. As always, alongside me, we have Bunny,
That's me.
and we have a Warpig,
That's me.
and of course, conspicuous by his absence, the constant pain in all our asses, Kenny.
All
not
right.
here.
Nope. He still didn't join
Um,
us.
So, as we were saying, we are going to kick things off right away with what we're all here for. We're going to be discussing the Ghost Recon Wildlands beta, at the same time as mentioning it, like touching on For Honor and possibly Resident Evil 7, a couple of other things that we've been playing over the past couple of days. But let's kick things off straight away with the Wildlands beta. So,
Now, before we go any
where do
further,
we start?
before we go any further, I do not think we should talk about Resident Evil 7 until we all have had a chance to play it, because I have not
No, I agree
seen
with that.
or watched or done anything with it because I want to play it still.
Okay, in that case, I think Resident Evil. In that case, because sorry, executive decision, Resident Evil 7 will be on episode 2.
Okay.
We've all had a bit of a try. We've all played, and we've all done some more stuff. Okay, so with that being said, where do we start when we're talking about Ghost Recon?
All right.
I mean,
so,
we've touched on a few things off podcast, off recording.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a page out of your book here, Bunny. I'm going to throw this out to you guys straight away. What were our first impressions, as opposed to what we think of it now?
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, my first impression of the game is if you've had a chance to play it, you will know it is an absolutely beautiful game. Ubisoft's engines always produce really great graphics, really great lighting. Everything that they've really done in this game kind of encompasses all of that. My biggest issue with it, though, is the moment you take your controller into your hand and you stop looking around and you start playing the game. That's where this whole thing falls apart for me. It's a mess. I mean, it is a mess up one side down, up one side down the other, for my personal opinion on that. And, I will go into that a little bit later here in a second, but I kind of want to get, Warpig and your, takes real quick.
Well, I'm happy to hand this one over to Warpig first, unless you want me to do on this one. So,
Well, like I mentioned, it should still be an alpha. Just what can you say about it? Yeah, it looks great, but there's that many problems with it,
Yeah.
like glitches and lack of content.
Yep.
It's only out less than a month,
Yeah. 3 weeks. I mean,
and it's that bad.
yeah.
3 weeks.
well, 3 weeks from this time of the recording. Yeah, no, I agree. It does feel very very limited. It's feeling like it's a copy and paste of the missions. Now we've been through the missions 3 or 4 times.
It was less than 6 hours to do one full run, and
Exactly.
that's it.
From start
It's
to finish.
empty.
When I was on the beta the second it came out. I had that install screen sitting there. I installed it as soon as it went live. Me and Warpig were in. We were through practically all of the main story missions and side missions. Of course, bearing in mind we're still playing a beta here, but we were through all of the stuff that they had given us within, I want to say 4 hours tops, and that was trying to play it slowly so we could get a feel for everything and everything like that. Now, I agree with what Bunny was saying. It's an absolutely beautiful game. The graphics are as good as you would expect from current-gen consoles. And we're playing on the Xbox One, so the Xbox One is brilliant at what it can do. Obviously, people that are playing it on the PC, I mean, PC Master Race, all that stuff, because graphics cards are king and everything like that. You're going to be able to do a better job. But I mean, we've discovered some of the weirdest glitches in this game so far.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Um,
exactly. And to me, it's not even the glitches that's the biggest problem. It's the way that the game feels and controls and the way it interacts with the environment and things like that. I mean, the fact that for some reason, like, I like the fact that I can switch my shoulders while I'm in because it's a third-person view game, over the shoulder, and you hit right bumper and it switches your view from either left side or right shoulder. My problem is the game always has this weird tendency to shift it back to the left shoulder all the time. And I'm like, stop that. Like, no, I keep telling you to go to the right shoulder. I want you to stay where I tell you, but it keeps wanting to shift back. And I'm like,
Exactly.
it's a weird little bug, but it's annoying. Like, it's super annoying. The flight stick, the flight controls are just, I mean, it's just wonky. Like, yeah, I'm not so worried about the content of the game for this portion because it is a technical test. So, this could be the opening. What we played could have just been the opening of the game. You know what I mean? Before the credits even really rolled. I doubt that
Just
because
like the little intro thing.
right. I highly doubt that because I don't know if you guys recall when they did the Division beta.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, the Division beta, remember, was that whole first section. Like, it was that whole huge first section of the game. And
Oh yeah.
that you got that done, and then it was like, that was 1/5 of the game, and you did it in the beta. And then you redid it, and it was like, okay, that's no bigger. Like, that's not anywhere near what you guys are talking. And this map, don't get me wrong, this map looks huge. Like, when you pull up the mapping game, it looks huge. Still not really sold though. Like I'm still not excited.
I've got to second that. I must admit I do have to second that. I'm excited for the game to see if it feels any different when they bring it up.
The idea of it
I'm
is
excited.
good, but...
Exactly. The idea of do anything, play it your way. But there's been so many games that have boasted play it your way. And it's either been well, play it your way because you get the chance to run in and gun, or you can stand at a distance and shoot someone. And that's how this is feeling. Like a lot of the missions, like if we was to go into the mission list now from what we have, we've got side missions which is like steal a plane, steal a helicopter, defend a point when there's a radio playing and kill people that come towards you. And then end game of this particular mission set doing the story stuff is kill 2 people. It's just kill, 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 kill. There doesn't feel like there's too much stealth to it because, I mean, you can do it stealthy, but it doesn't make any difference. Like, I have seen no difference between going in all guns blazing and getting bunny shot in the ass, or just all of us sitting at a distance with sniper rifles picking one off one by one. It doesn't have that feel of if you don't do this mission quietly and stealthily and carefully, that there's going to be consequences.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like if you don't go quietly and you get spotted, that's it, mission over, done. You
there's
have
no
to start
effect
again.
for whatever you're doing.
Exactly. There doesn't feel like there's any cause to your effect. And that's the sort of letdown that it's the way a lot of games have become these days. The it almost feels like people don't have enough patience to play it quietly, to go in and be careful and be quiet and be stealthy anymore.
Exactly.
It more feels it feels more like what you call it? It starts feeling more along the lines of
Battlefield or Call
you
of
can
Duty
just run around.
or
exactly.
Yeah.
It's more Battlefield or Call of Duty or that sort of thing.
People like to shoot, so let them shoot, sort of thing.
Yeah. And I mean, like
that's it.
It's one of those situations where, hey, yes, I can go through these things, stealthy. I've seen videos of people playing this game and they were being very stealthy through these sections. But honestly, there doesn't seem to be a point in it. There's no benefit or there's no like something on a string going, like a carrot on a stick going, hey, do this stealthy for this reason.
Yeah.
You get more points into this if you do it stealthy, whereas if you do it loud going, you get more of this. Like, there is none of that. And to me, that seems kind of dumb because it's like, well, yeah, my health isn't that great, but there's no consequence in dying. I don't lose anything. If I do go down, my teammates can just pick me up. That's not a problem. So there's that. Like, I just don't see I don't see where they go, hey, play it your way. There just doesn't seem to be that carrot on the stick.
Exactly. It's not feeling like as you said, you're not going to get something better if you do it quietly, as opposed to if you do it just super loud. Okay, you get guns from bosses when you kill bosses. That's gonna happen. Um, but doesn't that happen in every game? I mean, in Division, if you kill high-ranked enemies, um, you're gonna get their guns or something like that. That doesn't feel like there's I don't know. It doesn't feel like the end game is worth getting to. I mean, you've got the vast area to run around. You've got the caster steel. It says you could end mission if you kill civilians, but you don't even have a horn to tell civilians to get out of the way if you're going down the street, because stealth is basically one way it was put.
I've literally just killed about 6 civilians, so it's killed me from the game and put me right back where I started from.
Yeah, and
So
these are things that might be different in the real game, because you can tell this is a technical test. They have the area. It's not that the game is just this one little portion. They literally, for the technical test, put a barrier around the area, and if you go outside of that area, it will pop up and kill you if you're out there too long. Things may be different. There may be some kind of consequences or something like that in the real game for this, but I would have liked to have seen more of that here. And like we said, everything that we're talking about, this is all beta information. This is all stuff that is just part of the beta.